what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and it's a great Monday. Even Tori said, "Happy Motivational Monday." I hope we have some motivation stuff on here today. Tori. Sometimes I don't know where this show will go. We have it all, not really mapped out, but we have a few things that happens in the news. It happens and we want to share them with y'all, and we want to hear y'all view on it. So unique format, and you never know which way this show would turn. But first of all, every day we started off with acknowledging the first 5 people who sign up to the Chop Shop feed, okay? And those 5 people today are, let's check it out. Let me get you in here. Hold up, I got to get them something. Hold on. This is my yeah. That's how I do it. I know. We got Melvin Dews. He's something else, man. Melvin Dews, man. I hope Melvin Dews, I'm going to pray for him. We got Rod Wells, Mindy Collins. Oh, I know I'm going to have a good time today. Rick Brown, Thaddeus Moody. Those are starting 5. And our 6th man today is Daryl Anderson. And let me check around the horn and see who's in the bill. What's up, Alex? What's up, Kevin? What's up, Dale? Otha Brown, Will Johnson, Trey Phillips. What's up, Trey? Trey, I love your takes. Trey, I've been checking your takes out. Trey, I got something to share with all of. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna handle that situation, that elephant in the room. Cause you can get a lot of trouble saying the wrong thing. Who else we got? Let me see. Gary, what's up, Gary? Hey, Tamika. Paul Miranda in the building. Let's see. Hey, Karen. Let me see. Who else we got? Kevin Allen. Melvin Dews. Hey, Tori. Hey, Sonia. Joseph Baldridge in the building. Boy, I got some stuff. I hope we have time today, y'all. I got so much stuff. Brandon Nickerson. Who else we got? Herb Baker. No, Herb, I'm glad you don't produce the show, because I'm not finna start with that at all. How do we watch? We have moved all of Jada's stuff. I saw y'all up in Pennsylvania. Jameson Morrow. Shout out to Jada. She's at school now. I'm so proud of her. Who else we got? Man? Shout out to Clark, Atlanta University. Started the student debt-free. Sonia, let me put a pin in that one, Sonia. Sonia, because think about this, Sonia. And I didn't mean to go here. See what happens to this show? I didn't mean to go here. But Sonia, I'm going to do it real quick. See what happens when one of us steps out and do something heroic, and some of us stepped out and do something like Robert F. Smith did, came out and paid for those that senior class of Morehouse, and he paid for. A lot of people are following suit now, Sonia. That's why all of us, Mindy, Archie, we got to step out and do something great so other people will follow us. Do something great. Now, I ain't gonna do that old crazy ass shit. Just do something great. What's up, Anson? Did y'all see what I'm talking about? Now we got people paying off their these students' debt because they understand how crazy this stuff is, and how these kids starting behind when they got to get a job and get to paying off these student debts. But what's up, Paul? What's up, Jason, Memphis, Tennessee? You sure right. Finest. Had my baby applied to Cornell this week, and I got another Cornell story. A gentleman, yeah, y'all can say what you want about this Chop Shop. But a gentleman who watches this show, his nephew running track at Cornell right now because he was influenced by the show. Kid would have never thought about it. He was thinking about going here. He was going to think about going here. He was thinking about going here. But he was influenced by this show. That's why I tell us, y'all, we have to watch the stuff that we put on the feed because some young people are watching us. Thank you, Daryl Barnes. Thank you, Daryl Barnes, for helping me out. Hold up. What's up? What's up? Everybody, what's up, man? It's preseason. Relax. Yeah, y'all leave Dallas Cowboys on. Y'all gonna make me start liking the Dallas Cowboys when y'all keep talking about them. Had a great weekend this week. This weekend, I'm gonna tell y'all about that soon. Cause when Jimmy come on, we're gonna talk about that. So, but y'all, Kobe Bryant would have been 43 today. I have to shout out to him, young man. Um, we'll talk about it tomorrow when we have more time. Remember, I got a Kobe, how I feel about Kobe, and got a whole take on how he took advantage of his time. And I want y'all to take advantage of the time and don't let nobody waste your time. Don't let nobody waste your time. On this day, y'all, in 1964, Fannie Lou Hamer addressed the Democratic National Convention in Atlantic City, New Jersey, where she delivered her famous speech, "Is This America?" Go look it up. Fannie Lou Hamer. Fannie Lou Hamer. This weekend, ladies and gentlemen, I got a chance to see something. Back in 2018, I came on this show and I looked at my notes and I met two young, extraordinary young sixth graders, fifth or sixth graders, Michael Collins and Jaden Sanders, two young guys that were at the EYBL. We were sitting over in the food court. We was just talking, and I just got to talking to the little kids. And I was wondering, what are they doing over there? He said, we watching the big boys play. We get a chance to see Coach K over here. We get a chance to see Calipari, little sixth graders. And the conversation, I just, my heart went out to these young kids, this young, knowing the game and understanding the game like this. So I took a liking to these two kids. And I kept following one of them because I don't know what Jaden is doing now. I just hadn't heard. His name is Jaden Saunders. But Michael, I never forget. I asked the little kid. He said, my nickname, Mr. Hatter, is Money Mike. And I asked him, why your nickname is Money Mike? He said, because my jump shot is money. It's a little sixth grader, right? And guess what? I got a chance to go to Rucker on Wood yesterday. And I saw him playing, one of the best players there. Unbelievable when you see a kid in the sixth grade and you just sense something. Yes, I've been talking about him on this show. Yes, and he showed up in this record, and we'll talk about that a little later. I want to shout out to, everybody want to talk about the crazy. I want to shout out to Elaine Thompson Hera. I think it's Hera. I admire her so much. Imagine, y'all, just running a 10.5 world record, personal best, and then you're interviewed about somebody who came in last place. You know what I'm saying? Imagine. No, I'm talking about forget all the theatrics. I don't want to focus on the foolishness today. I want to focus. Just imagine you just run a 10.4554, and they interviewing other people who got dead last, and a wise man told me the other day. He said, Robert, the scariest place to be is exactly where you were a year ago. Make a move now. And we'll talk about that a little later, but I just think about it. I got the videos and all that kind of stuff, but I was thinking about it. Jimmy, I'm gonna bring you on in a minute. I just thought about something, y'all. If we're not careful, saw something this weekend. If we're not careful, Jimmy, I got you in there. If we're not careful, ladies and gentlemen, let me make sure I get Jimmy right, because I got to share this with y'all. If we're not careful, we will let social media and the news make us believe that life ain't beautiful and that people are not doing miraculous things every day to help heal, transform, and shift this society. Sometimes we get so caught up in what's happening in the world, the wrong things that are happening in the world. Even in grassroots basketball, I'm thinking about grassroots basketball because I'm gonna bring it down to us. the wrong things of grassroots basketball. If we keep thinking, then we back past all the amazing things that are going on as well. Sometimes we focus so much on the negative, y'all, we miss out on the fact that there are some amazing positive things that are happening in the grassroots community and in our world. Sometimes we only see the problems, and when we only see the problems, we can sometimes miss the fact that by seeing the problem, we have literally just posed a question to the universe. Has an answer for it. The universe has an answer for it, Jim. Literally seeing people's problems. Literally seeing problems help us identify an answer. Talk about this summer basketball community. People been complaining about it. People been, yes, for 20 years they've been complaining about it. Look at the problem and the expectation, and that's where the answer can be found. Sometimes we got to shift our focus, ladies and gentlemen. I was in the gym this weekend. The first time I'm in that close with this many people. That first time I did, and I felt good. I was grateful, but I was thinking about me over the weekend myself. Sometimes I got to self-reflect. I was grateful that I not only have friends in my life that are beautiful and amazing people. Yes, there's some stuff happening over the weekend that make me say this, but they inspire me to be even more amazing and awesome in my life, right? I'm grateful to have friends who are willing to take a temperature check to remind us that we need a friend who is willing to remind us, look, check this out. Sis, bruh, you're doing good. Sis, bruh, you're doing well. Yes, there are challenges there, y'all. Friends that are able to call me into a space of peace and call me into a space of joy. And it really reminds me that this world is a beautiful place, y'all. We're really an awesome community, Sonia. We literally have the ability to solve our problems we encounter when we work together with a spirit of excellence. I saw that this weekend. A lot of great things happened for me this weekend with my family and everything, and business and everything. But I sit in a gym with all these people. Shout out to Jimmy, Doug, and Jeffrey Day for the Ruck on the Wood, Archie, Gary, Carter, all of these guys that were covering the event. I got a chance to see it a little bit different. I saw something that I kind of want to share with y'all. Do me a favor, y'all. When y'all go to these games, don't listen to the people to your left or right. Go look with your own eyes. I sit up here and saw a game where a person was literally bragging about another player who had did good earlier. But in this particular game, he was getting his head tore off. But he constantly talking about this player, but this other player tearing his head off. I mean, you notice I ain't calling no names. I'm just watching. And I'm saying, what? People. A lot of people see this game different. I got a chance to meet some parents. I'm sitting next to some parents, some ninth graders. Parents just there. Parents who did not know from Port Arthur, that had no idea of what the chop shop was. So I'm kind of, y'all ain't sharing the show up there in Port Arthur. I was sitting there saying, hold the hell up. Got to talking to him and got to talking to the parents. Got a chance to see the kid. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. If Michael Collins wasn't playing in this, I probably wouldn't have came. But I had some pressing to do yesterday. But I watched this little kid, talked about this kid since 2018, and I could not miss him. Soon as he lost, I left, went out the gym. Some people were waiting on me. But that's how much, but I'm so glad I came, because I got to see some people that I haven't seen because I hadn't been in the gym that much. And but shout out to all the people who were part of that, Jimmy and Sandra at the door, Melvin Marks. It's just so many people you can thank, and Jimmy can do all of that. And but shout out to let me tell you something. Our summer basketball community has some bad people in it. Yes, it does. Everything in society has some, but let me tell you something. It's some positive things that can come out of this thing also. And I just hope those ninth grade parents and 10th grade parents for these next 2 or 3 years just use these valuable resources like the Chop Shop and and RCS Sports to help navigate them through these murky waters, this messy intersection of summer basketball. So got to see Slim McDaniel yesterday. Hadn't seen him, but I saw him last time I went to the tournament. But hey, y'all, this commit. It's not that bad. We just got some people that you got. We just got some people. We just got to phase out of this thing, and so it can be a better and an enjoyable experience for y'all. But Jimmy, what's going on, man? What you got?
Oh man, y'all see I'm going out from yesterday.
Yeah.
Rock on wood. Um, this is a chance right now to share the show, and because shortly I'll provide you with some names, some heights, some high schools of some of the young players who collectively from the coaches and the score table crew. Um, they like what they saw at some time in Junction. Remember, what I did this time at Rock on Wood, I planned to sit up top. And the gym is 2 courts side by side. That way you can probably sit in the middle, or you can sit somewhere and you can turn around and kind of watch both, get a glance at both courts here and there. But I planned to go up top, but up top was so crowded, and I knew that I'll probably say, you know what, let me stay down. And I saw Doug Jones on one court. And I said, let me primarily, once I got a chance to sit down and watch some games and pay attention to some games, put it like that, I sit on another opposite court. That way now, if you played on the other court, Doug Jones and Jeffrey Day got to see you. If you played on this court, then myself and the one-man band who DJ Marco, you guys may have, he's become popular around Houston over the past decade. He's the guy that normally does uh, the score books, the score clock, the stats, and he's emceeing all at the same time. Doesn't like anybody else at the table with him. I mean, he really don't. And so he does scholastic and non-scholastic events. The one-man band is what we call Marco, if you didn't know his name. But Marco evaluates as well. A lot of people don't realize. I mean, it's just, this stuff is not complicated. It's basketball. And the thing is unfortunate why it's 2 games going on at the same time. And if you're only one person, then you may see something on court 1 and another person may see something on court 2 can be contrasting to the player. That's why it's like, you just got to remember what you saw and try to morph it into, in a storage place. That way, next time you see that person, if he got better or if he hasn't. But once again, share the show right now. Matter of fact, let me get with you guys and get me a share in. I see everybody's out there. And the thing about Rock on Wood, in case you're from out of town or you are in Greater Houston, never been there, it's basically an organized open gym. And the organized open gym, which enables a lot of the young players to come out and just engage. Put it like this. First of all, how often, if you know some young kids that play basketball right now, how often can you honestly say that they've played an open gym that wasn't at their own school over the past month? An open gym that wasn't at their own school or didn't include most of the kids that's from their team in the past month. And that number is going to be really, really slim. because a lot of today's youngsters don't really get a chance to get that. Everything is so already scripted for them. We got to work out. We got practice. We got game. Rinse, wash, and repeat. Well, in this setting, it's not just an open gym. It's talent all over the place. We did 9th graders and 10th graders this past weekend, Sunday. And Rod Wells on there. I see we're gonna talk some baseball. When I asked him one question, he didn't answer the question. Black folk is real.
Stay focused, Jimmy. Stay focused. I shouldn't have put it up there. Stay
not
focused.
answering questions.
Stay focused.
How you hear you want me to stay focused? You're gonna put it on the screen. You want to put it on the screen. He didn't put it on the screen. You put it on the screen.
Hey, stay focused.
Man, I'm talking ruck on wood. You put some ruck on wood stuff on the screen. I know somebody. So, and the thing is, we did 9th and 10th graders this past on yesterday, and the 9th grade session goes first. The 10th grade session goes next, right? And then each session takes about 2.5 hours or so, right? We had college coaches that were there volunteering. We had 3 different college coaches. That's Lone Star, Kingwood, Panola, and Lee Junior College. We're hoping to get some more coaches. From what I understand, it has to be either a JUCO or an NAIA. Can't be a D2 or a D3. It has to be NAIA or junior college coach. And my thing is why it's important. I'm making a call to action. If you're a college coach and you're within striking distance of 2 to 3 hour drive to Houston, remember the thing about next Sunday, this Sunday coming up, is these are 12th graders that will be in the building. That means you get an opportunity to not just watch them from afar from the baseline, but you actually get the very rare opportunity to interact with them while they're during the actual competition as a volunteer coach. So if you know a college coach, I know Charlie Hurd say he's driving back to Houston from Panola, Texas. If he can come from Panola, Texas, then where the hell is Angelina coaches at? Where the hell is Lamar State Port Arthur coaches at? NAIAs, Houston Tillerson, where you at?
Where they?
Paul Quinn.
Jimmy, that's your line of business. Where are they?
I'm making a call to action now. Once again, because here's what happened. Those same coaches, just ain't nothing else going on for you on Sunday at those campuses. They're barely checking in. They should be beating the door down for the opportunity to allow you to get in the middle of these 12th graders, which many of whom which will be recruiting or will probably be needing to intel on over the next few months. See how we tie this stuff in? And then so I'm going to tell the parents, the persons of influence, you pay attention to a guy like to a coach like Charlie Hurd or Russell Bundage from Lee Junior College. If Russell, remember, they are there. They will be there. So that means now, if they come calling, you answer their phone call, you get them a call back. They're investing their time into our community. That don't mean the other guys aren't. No. I'm talking about next week. They're on the clock next week. You can't punish them for this past week. I didn't invite them this past week. Those guys invited themselves. So I'm just saying, pay attention. So without further ado, Ada, I give you guys a few names in alphabetical order according to the first name. And tomorrow we'll go and give some names in alphabetical order for the next class. I will start from the top downward, so that way it give yourself Ada time to go and reflect back on your thoughts and get your thoughts together and throw your 2 cents in, because your session that you watch was primarily the 2025 session, which was the 9th graders. So we'll talk about them tomorrow. That'll give some of those parents a time to find the chop shop, look through their notes, and get now we'll go 10th graders today. class of 2024. Braden Forbes with an S from Klein Kane High School. He's 6'1". He played summer ball with Texas Elite Mac. That's the team that Slim McDaniel coaches. He was one. Brandon Brown attends Atascocita High School. He's 6 foot tall. He played grassroots basketball with Above All Sports. Braden Young from Cy Ridge High School. He's 6'8". He played grassroots basketball with RL9. These are 10th graders who excelled yesterday, not and caught the attention of the collectively the coaches, myself, and or the scores table. How about Charles Anderson? He's 6'7". He's at Pearland Dawson High School. He played this past summer, I want to say with the Houston Hoops. Charlie Rito, Elkins High School, 5'11", played with the Fresno Flyers Elite. Chris McDermott, he's 6'7". He played with Booker T. Washington High School. I think Chris McDermott, if I'm not mistaken, he plays with the Team Fox. Devin Pryor. Devin Pryor is 6'6" from the PSAT Academy. That's the newly formed academy that's based out of the Louetta Sports Complex. And he played this past summer, ironically, with RL9. Dominique Samuel, 6'3" from Nimitz High School. Played with Drive Nation 2024. Eric Woods, also from Nimitz High School. He's 6 foot, played with Drive Nation 2024. That means Nimitz High School that means Nimitz High School got 2 sophomores. They should be really pretty good in 2 years, to say the least. How about Gary Brown from Goose Creek Memorial High School? He's 5'7", played with the D1 Hornets. Gary Lewis, he's 6'3" from College Park High School. How about Jamar Franklin, Clearbrook High School? He's 5'11". He played with that JL3 EYB team on the 15U. Jackson Williams, 6'1", from John Cooper School that's located in the Woodlands. He played with the Modern Basketball Program. Jaden Cantave, or Cantave. I may be chopping that last name up, but guess what? This young man here I remember his number 37. He's 5'10", from Atascocita High School. He played with Above All Sports. Jarius Mattox, 5'7", Mickey Leland High School, plays with Beast Elite program. Javarius Thompson, 6'1", from team. He goes to another sophomore from Nimitz High School. Javarius Thompson, and he's talented as hell. He played with Team Fox this past summer. Jaden Gambrell, Madison High School. He's 6'3". Another young man that played with that Team Fox. Remember now, Team Fox knocked a few teams out this summer. Now they got hit upside the head. Remember Alfalfa and Butch? When Butch laid that blow on Alfalfa and knocked him out, he started seeing things. He started daydreaming. That's what JL3 did to Team Fox this summer. But besides, if you take that game away, Team Fox had a great summer. A great summer. As we proceed, Jarrell Barron Jr. from Atascocita High School. He's 6'3". He played with the JL3 15U EYB team. Jordan Brown, out there at New Caney High School, 6'3". He plays with the 630 Saints. Caden Tate, 6'3", from Shadow Creek High School, from the Houston Defenders. Martez James, 6'4", from College Park High School with Drive Nation Black. Matthias Murr, 6'7", straight Jesuit High School with the JL3 EYB team. Michael Olali, 6'8" from Second Baptist, Team Temple. Nathan Law, St. Thomas Episcopal, he's 6'3". He played with Team Swift this past summer. Now, if you just tuned in, we're talking about, I'm giving you 30 players that were about 88 or so, 85 or so players there, 85. I'm giving you 30 of them, of the top performers, based on the coaches, the score table crew, and myself. These are in alphabetical order by first name. Noel Ike from Kempner High School. He's 6'1", played with Drive Nation Houston. I like this little point guard right here. Had a name Otis Carter, ODIS, not OTIS. Otis Carter from C.E. King High School. Now, listen, he's one of the shortest guys in this list. He's only 5'8", but he's in the 10th grade. Played with Coos Elite this past summer. This young man right here, he knows how to run a team. And I could tell there were very many moments when people would say, shoot it. No, he digging in. It was working for them. His teammates was getting buckets. He was getting them. He was running things for them. And guess what he did? He led them to the damn championship. I'm always going to remember the point guard that's on the winning team. Remember that, always. Paul Vo, from another player from Straight Jesuit High School. He's 5'10", played with the A-Leaf Clovers. Adam, this young man right here I'm about to say next, you missed him, boy. He's a long drink of water, as Alan Branch would say. He's 6'8". He played this past summer with the TJ Ford program. His name is Robert L. Miller III. He goes to Pasadena Memorial High School. I'm going to tell you something. And they got a new coach coming into Pasadena Memorial this year. This young man in the 10th grade has the talent to possibly be the best player to ever suit it up for Pasadena Memorial High School in 2 years. He's that talented. Robert Miller III. Remember that name.
I saw a tweet last night saying the Robert Miller versus
McDermott.
Chris
McDermott.
Yeah. McDermott.
Yeah. That was on my court.
Must see TV.
That was, I mean, seriously. And you know what? Nobody had to make them go after each other. It just happened like that. You know, and nobody tried to go. Hey, man, Chris McDermott, we knew about that name.
And why do you know about this name? Why Chris McDermott? Because I don't know nothing about the name. Y'all.
Chris McDermott was a name that came because he played last year in Ruck on Wood, and he kind of spiraled from Ruck on Wood a year ago. So we circulated that name. He's one of the top performers a year ago, and then he played this past season. He had to play, I think, junior varsity at Booker T after transferring from the Heights. But he's going to be one of the stars at Booker T. Booker T, Washington could very well be, remember this, they could very well be the best team in all of HISD this season. Could be.
Just Grayson, the coach.
See. Yeah. I mean, every dog has his day. And it's been a long time coming for Booker T now.
So people ain't trying to steal them kids. You know how these days I be hearing about people stealing kids so much. Well, they ain't trying to steal these kids from people.
Well, when he came, he went to Key Middle School, which normally feeds into Cashmere, right? And from what I understand, his father works at Booker T. Washington High School. I don't know how he got to Heights to start off. Now, don't get it twisted.
Well, Coach we don't want to start on Rome. I don't want to mess his
up. And so I give you these. I got two names left. That was number 28, number 29, and number 30. Trez Luzzi from John Cooper High School, 6 foot tall. He plays with Texas Elite with that team, of course, that's coached by Slim McDaniel. Little Trez Luzzi. One thing about him, man, he's gonna hustle. He's gonna get out there after it, and he's been following this. He's been watching guys play basketball for years. You know, like some kids, when they done playing, they ain't really watching nothing else. He's watching players play. And last but not damn sure not least is another name that's not just known, but he's already, what I remember I said, the different levels. He's been anointed on the national level, and that's Zion Pipkin. Zion is on the watch list, on one of the lists from ESPN. So he's amongst their list of the top 2024 players, and he heads the class from this area. But I'm going to tell you something. We have 3, and this is not counting. Think about it. We have a couple of players that were at Chris Paul's camp from the area that weren't in attendance because that's a nationally acclaimed camp, the CP3 camp. Invite on, you got to be approved to get up in that joint. And that wasn't there. I remember I told you, the class of 2024 in Greater Houston is loaded. We could very well have 3 in the top, in a year from now, we could easily have 3 in the top 30 in the country. Easy. 5 could be in the top 50.
Slim, I just saw it. Who you talking about, Slim? Who could be the best in that class, period? I'm just curious. You know I'm going to write it down, Slim. So I want to make – I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I got it right, Slim. Put it on there. You said, yes, sir, the best in that class, period. Which one of the kids' name? Because I'm keeping my notes over here, Slim. So, Jimmy, you can go back. Slim, just put it on there when you get ready, Slim.
Yeah.
So why would Jimmy – you just said Robert Miller and McDermott it was a great matchup, right?
Yeah.
You call it a matchup. Then we got some people think it was that somebody didn't want no parts of. Talking about Miller didn't want no parts of McDermott. But
Miller didn't want no parts of McDermott?
That's Herb. You know, he was on medication yesterday. He had medication yesterday. So
Miller blocked his shot like 2 or 3 times.
Okay, Zion. I got you, Zion. I'm finna write this now. Pipkin. Slim. All right. I got you, Slim. Now keep going.
Yeah. Now, like I said, right now, once again, each game was only 8 minutes. Running the clock.
I like that.
That was about maybe 8 players on each team, you know, in that particular session of 2024. 7 to 8 players on each team. They had 10 teams. And so this session, I think, had about somewhere right at 80 players. The first session had closer to 90. But here's the thing. It's the easiest thing to measure, as I said before, is energy. If guys are getting after it, it's easier to judge. For the guys that's in 3rd or 4th gear, it's hard to get a read on them because it don't look like, it don't look like they're really engaged. But for the most part, on yesterday, both sessions had the vast majority were engaged. They were going after it. Zion Pipkin, I can describe his game to you. And a lot of times people try to use pro players to compare high school players to. Mm-hmm. I don't really like doing that. I'd rather try to find a guy that was in college, the college version of that guy, and then compare. That's cluster, because that's the next level up. If you never seen Zion Pipkin, I have a couple of players that I can give you. I'll give you one at the high school level. And this guy here led the city in scoring when he was in high school, and I think in the 12th grade. He didn't really have a position. He was a hooper. And that his name was about 15 years ago. His name was Junior Treasure. Junior Treasure, if you remember him, it's a style that Zion plays. If on the college level, you guys may remember a kid from Louisiana that started Baylor about a decade ago. His name was Lassadarius Dunn. Lassadarius Dunn really didn't have a position of a point guard, shooting guard. He was a baller. Lassadarius Dunn is the style of Zion Pipkin. The thing is,
But neither
he's
one of
not on
those
the
guys, Junior Treasure wasn't the best guy in Houston.
well. Understand something. He was a best scorer. I think that was class of 2005. Now Gerald
So
Green's
you're
topped that
saying this
class.
kid is he's just a scorer.
Right.
Is he
I mean,
score?
right now, and guess what? At that age, he has a body. That's the thing. What is his body going to do over the next 2 years? Now we know everybody's body is gonna sprout with mass,
Okay.
but meaning that is his body's gonna go vertical? Is he's gonna bring in a couple more inches or not? That's gonna dictate above the rim versus below the rim. But right now, he makes plays.
So is he bigger than everybody? Do he bully everybody?
Yes, his body right now is larger than most of his peers. That's Zion Pipkin we're talking about. So it has a little, I'm not going to say bully ball, but guys bounce off of him right now. So as he goes, the thing of, at some point in time, he played with Team Flight, Heather, this past summer. At some point, a decision is going to be made to either do two things. You'll play it all the way out, like let's say PJ Haggerty, and stay with Team Flight all the way through, and play on a non-sneaker primary circuit, or you're gonna take your talents to the sneaker world. That's a decision, choices and consequences. Now, the thing about it, Zion's name is out on the national circuit before PJ Haggerty's was. Nobody outside of Greater Houston knew who PJ Haggerty was in the 10th grade. You follow me, guys? Guess what? And it worked. PJ Haggerty, Zion did not play with a sneaker team. His name is still out there. It just nobody was hitting the barrels and beating the bungos.
And where was he at this weekend?
Who that?
Pipkin, the guy you talking about?
He was at the Ruck on Wood.
Oh, he was at the Ruck on Wood. I just missed him. Okay, I got
you. Yeah, he was in the second session.
Oh, okay, in the second.
You only watched the first session.
I didn't go.
You only watched the first session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So right now, he doesn't. And Slim McDaniel said he can stay with Houston Flight and he'll be fine. Yes, he'll be fine because his name got out there at an early age. You see, and understand, Zion started on varsity at the Woodlands Christian last year, right? He started on varsity. And I think one of his first couple of games of the season, he dropped a 30 ball. So now he's transferring from the Woodlands Christian to Westfield High School. You got that? He's at Westfield High School now.
Woodlands Christian. That was the school that got this.
No, that's Woodlands Prep.
Prep. Okay.
So he's going to Westfield with the head coach Chris Goffney, and you got Willie Williams, who started on varsity, led the varsity in scoring and rebounding since the 9th grade. He's a senior now. That Westfield team, which goes normally, I think, in the Region 2. Yeah, sure, Duncanville is up in Region 2, but this Westfield team got enough to fight with. That's the punch that they needed, was a little young talent like Zion Pipkin to Westfield. So if you have Westfield on your schedule right now, and Coach Goffney is going to give him the light. He's going to give him the light.
Did you see that, Jimmy? That's one of your comments. That's like an oxymoron to what you just said, Chris. I ain't gonna even pay attention to what Alfio just said. That's like an oxymoron to what you just said. You just said, no, I'm gonna leave it alone. Keep going.
Which oxymoron?
It's just different. I mean, it don't have nothing to do with what you said. This guy, without Pipkin is way ahead of the game than PJ Haggerty was, right? Being
Yeah.
known. And he came
Yes.
back and said, PA Haggerty has the greatest marketing team in the world. So why didn't the greatest marketing team in the world have him more known more quickly? That it just didn't make sense. Okay, but forget about it. Forget about it. I mean, it just Alpha Yo, that one didn't make sense. But keep going, Jimmy.
Well, I
It,
mean, sometimes it can be timing is everything.
okay,
And the thing is,
okay.
you remember now, PJ Haggerty had to bounce around. He started at, I want to say, Goose Creek Memorial High School. Then he went
Oh
to
man.
Ridge Point High School,
Okay,
and
okay.
then to Crosby High School, and where he's been for the last. This will be his second season there. So um, uh, you have to understand. I mean, at some point, you know, this kid here, Woodlands Christian, they were playing, and this Zion got a chance to establish himself at that program as a freshman, and then backdoored it as a sophomore this past season. Not taken from PJ Hagan, I'm saying on the scope of things, he was further. Bryce Griggs was the young player that was anointed out of the area as the 10th grader. And normally, how this stuff goes, and for years, for the last few years, there's various people who came and went through the city, and various people of influence who attempt to remix things and do it their way. And when you attempt to do it and it don't really work the way you pledged and thought it was going to go, then you blame the system and say, "Oh man, everybody holding us back." Well, it's an easy script. Guys have been getting national acknowledgments, or had been, at an early age from out of Greater Houston for a mighty long time. A mighty long time. So that means the connections and the pipeline was flowing pretty decently as far as people listening to the E.F. Huttons of the city. Well, then guess what? And it's not a complaint. It's just it is what it is right now. Then so as time changed in the recent yesterday, people decided to go, you know what? If he's pumping this guy, that guy ain't that good. He's not all that. This guy is better. Then the next guy say neither one of them guys is better than my guy. So what happens is, as more people were able to get in touch or reach or contact some of the national powers that be with ink, talking about, in the media, amateur media sector, then guess what? It start to confuse them. And if you're confused, you ever done a crossword puzzle or something, or try to put a puzzle together and you can't piece it together, what do you normally do? You'll cash out and say, you know what, I'll come and finish this thing later on. Or, I deal with it later. Or, you know what, never mind. I'm trying to find out who's the best. And that's what's happening now. So what it does, it hinders the exposure for some of our guys. It ain't no problem with one going in. Then when one go through the gate, then another one can come right behind him. It could be a couple of months, but you can't go and say, well, no, man, I don't know why you got this guy ranked here. The other guy should be ranked. Okay, why can't they both? Let the other guy. It's like, remember, we had the same stuff we experienced, and we're going to talk about Tyler Smith later on. But we experienced the same stuff with Tyler Smith, and I had to explain to guys. I found myself having to reteach this or reapply understanding to this. Once a guy gets through the door, you don't try to bring him down. They're gonna figure it out sooner or later. What you do is you try to get another one in and say, look, if you got him in and you like him, national guy, then trust me, you just got to watch this other one. You don't need to take him off, but you got to watch this other one. And then guess what? Let him see it. then he's going to put him in as well. But it has to be a collective movement. It's an art to it. It's not a trick to it. And that's the thing. That's the thing on this stuff. So now we have Zion already there. Let him go. If Zion fumbles the ball in regards to his rankings, let him do it. Meanwhile, it's time now. It's ripe. Because if Zion starts to falter downward as we're trying to put another one in, then the guy on the national scale will simply think, well, hell, you told me he was good. Now he's going on down tick. How am I gonna believe you now? You see, he's hot. It's time to push another one in now. Zion don't need the local help now. He's in a situation that's going to be good. Now it's time. Who's the next man up? Is it Chris McDermott? Is it Robert Miller?
So we can't push but one of them. That's what you're saying?
We got to figure one to go in first. Or listen.
I guess you explained that when I was away.
Now guess what? Guess what? Guess what, Adam? Okay. I'll tell you. It's a way that you can do this. You can say both of their names and be in agreement. Then now the person on the national scale got to see them and they got to make the choice. That means, that means one is guaranteed to get in the list. You see, this is a way to do this. I've been doing this stuff for 20 years. But then it's easier this way. Next man up. Now, is it Robert Miller? Chris McDermott?
I tell you what, y'all got me cranked up. Because I sure want to see him. They supposed to be send me some video of that too, Archie. I want to see the video of those two. I want to see for myself. Because I don't want to hear about what nobody tell me.
It's no problem. You know what I'm saying? It's like a ticket. Okay, think about it like this. Think of it like an election ticket. You know, sometimes people may want one guy to run against the other guy. Then sooner or later, the ticket can help reinforce both of them. Rather than they might eliminate each other. We're going to run Chris McDermott, Robert Miller. Those are the next two up in Houston. So we can say that together. Let's push them on. Don't even worry about Listen, I understand. One going to be ranked the hell up. It don't matter. Chris McDermott, Robert Miller. Let's push the ticket together. They are the next up in 2024.
Okay. All right.
You see? Okay. Now it keeps the division from amongst Houston. We waste too much time on that. Then we've been lost the whole year. We got to wait till school start. Wait till the season start. Now we're going to compare both of them. Trust me, it will sort itself out soon enough. Let's push both of them right now based on what they did. You see? Because guess what? You can't say that neither one of them, that the other one, if you're rooting for one, you can't say the other one ain't good.
Robert Miller. I can't wait to see Robert Miller. I can't wait. I mean, I really can't wait. I like this kind of stuff, man. I like this kind of stuff. And it's the first time I've ever heard, Jimmy, you come on this show and say, you might have did it when I was out, but you said, hey, y'all, the strategy is, so evidently the strategy is to push both of these guys. So all you guys you haters, y'all know who y'all are. Do us a favor. Just don't say nothing on these two. You haters? Haters? I ain't talking about people who understand basketball. I'm talking about you haters. Y'all know who y'all are. Just sit this one out. Okay? Let's sit this one out. And if you ain't got nothing good to say, just don't say nothing. You know, especially haters who sometimes people listen to you. They know who I'm talking about. I know some of them look at the show. But yeah, Jimmy, I've never heard you say that. But I see, that's not my expertise. But if that's the way this thing works, because I don't know how it works, y'all.
Yeah.
Because me personally, I'll go and see if these guys good enough. If an NBA guy call me, because they're gonna start calling me back. They start calling me by high school players now. Guess what's going on? See, I don't have no agenda. When I go to the gym, I'm going to see which one that I can see that can play. He going to say, how good is this guy? I'm going to say, this is what he is. How good is this? I'm not going to never say this guy because I have no agenda. In other words, all you agenda having people, I ain't going to call y'all haters because y'all might not like that game. All you agenda having people, why don't y'all back out? Lawrence Scott, I ain't said nothing. Lawrence Scott, be quiet, man. I told y'all these people mad at Penny already. They're going to be madder in a minute. Don't worry about that. Just leave that. But I can't wait. These two young men, y'all tell them. Tell Mr. Miller and Mr. McDermott. It's a hell of a name. Is McDermott black or white? Because I ain't never heard no black guy named McDermott. Is he white?
Yeah, he had Booker T. Washington High School.
It's a white boy, but he got a black. Jimmy, how many McDermotts you done heard was black?
He went to Key Middle School.
How many McDermotts that you heard were black?
I know, but I'm saying though, he went to Key Middle School.
What did he make? You know, I mean, hey, it's some white folks live over there.
If his ass white and went to Key Middle School, his name Eminem.
I'm excited, man, because I missed them. Tell him, young man, I am so sorry, but I had a previous engagement, and if I had known that, I mean, ain't no way that's too far. That's what I was telling Jimmy. I said, Jimmy, boy, when it was at St. Thomas, that's a long way. But thank y'all so much, man, for this information. Somebody brought it up and said, oh, I saw it on Twitter. Robert Carroll said, this is what brought it to my attention. That's why I mentioned to Jimmy. He said that McDermott and that Miller battle was must-see TV. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see these guys. Archie, send me that, man, please. What else you got, Jimmy?
And you go and pull in the email box, Hatter. There's a quick video.
I got one. You on that?
Archie sent us.
I got that already. That's done. You ready?
And let's show them some highlights from yesterday.
All right, okay. I unmuted it, Jimmy, so you can say something. Hey, they got me on tape. Y'all show me Miller. Oh, I like that. Here go Money Mike. It's Money Mike right there, y'all. That's Money Mike. Vinny.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, Jimmy. I'm sorry. As soon as I find that button, I am going to go back and rewind that one. Y'all, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Don't get mad at me. Y'all get mad at me. Y'all, that was Money Mike. Hold on. Jimmy, tell me what number he is. I'm finna show you this number. I like that. I like that one dribble pull up. I don't know who that kid is. I like that. That Money Mike, y'all. Pow. Pull up. Yes, sir. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go with everybody else now. We go with everybody else. Jimmy, call out some of these kids if you remember.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's like.
Who is that? Oh, that's my man.
That's Calvin Murphy third right there.
That's my man right there.
That was Bryson Wheatfall before
and number 10.
And of course,
who is
right
number
there,
10?
That's Christian Jones.
I love him. I go Money Mike again. No.
Look at little low.
Man, get your little butt out the way.
Oh man.
That man said, I thought I had my mask over my nose. I thought I had it over there. My bad, Corey.
That's Nigel Walls. That kid that got the dunk at the end. Nigel Walls. That was like number. I think it was number like 82.
We're gonna talk about them tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we'll talk about all of them tomorrow.
Okay.
So you guys may see that video again on tomorrow as well. Since Alan find out he's in the damn video, him and Money Mike. Like I said, we'll talk about that tomorrow. But today we speaking on the class of 2024, and like I said, I mean, Rock on Wood, man, is always good. Yep. It's and the thing
I like
is,
this one is a little bit more sentimental to me because of Money Mike. I got to say, but this one was hey, but Jimmy, explain to me. We'll talk a little bit more about it tomorrow. But
yeah,
when you talk to the upperclassmen, the 24s, did you have a problem with their motor? Because you stopped in the middle of the 25s and talked about some of them's motor. I need a little more energy. I want a little more energy.
Now, now the 2024s, they got it for the most part. I just asked them to just turn it up a little more.
A little bit more.
They had the energy coming in because I guess, they had been there before, and that class is right there because remember, we don't rank freshmen with RCS sports.
That's right.
So those 2024s were vouchering. This is one of their last times you get to see some of these kids before the rankings come out, which will come out next month. So now, in a few weeks, actually. So it's time to, and the thing is, remember, life, guys, it's choices and consequences.
Right.
There are some things that you say, I got to be there.
Yeah.
Then other things, you take a choice, say, you know what, I'll go rather watch cartoons. I'd rather, somebody might tell you, oh, you ain't got to be there. Okay, you ain't got to be there. But if you make that conscious decision, then, and you know that rankings about to come out. It's not a rankings camp. I say that all the time.
Right.
It's open gym. Right. But if you have an opportunity to put yourself in front of all three members of RCS Sports and others, while other competition of compatible talent is in the same building, and you shy away from it, guess what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Just don't whine whenever the list comes out. Don't whine.
Oh, I got me a couple of nephews. I found me a couple of new nephews after yesterday. Yeah. Them little kids can play, man. Let me tell y'all something. Houston basketball is in good hands. If that's any indication, I even in the class, in the 25 class, Jimmy, and I know they were bigger, I saw so many tall guys. Jimmy, last couple of years, I didn't see that many tall guys. You had a lot of, it was some 6'6", 6'7", 6'6", 6'7", 6'7", a lot of tall guys. And I know it might have been taller ones from what I hear in the other class. So I enjoyed it and wish it could have stayed longer, but yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait till the next one. What else you got, Jimmy?
Yeah, so I was reading some of the comments in the boom boom room, and of course we shift gears.
Let me tell you something.
We can go on and shift gears now. It's that time. We can go on and shift gears. We on the back nine, so we gave it up. We talk rock on wood for the first hour.
All right.
Now let's get into some news from this past weekend.
What happened this past weekend?
It's the elephant in the room. We can't help but avoid it, and that is little Sha'Carri Richardson from Oak Cliff, Texas. She finished.
Can I put a personal service message out? Do we have to talk about this?
We got to. It's news. We got to.
Okay.
It's sad, but we got to. And guess what? Put it like this, Hal. Here's the question. If she had finished first place, would we be talking about her?
Yes, but she finished last, so we shouldn't be talking about it, Jimmy. If you don't bowl, you don't get the call.
No, she made a challenge before the race. Yeah. So that's the reason. If she had not made that challenge, it'd be a day-old donut. You made that challenge, which if you have any type of urban experience in competitive sports, smack talking is part of the culture of urban sports. Now, the thing, it wasn't a problem with Sha'Carri talking her smack. It wasn't a problem with Sha'Carri coming in dead last. I think the problem was her first interview immediately after that race. She didn't acknowledge, didn't receive the ass whooping properly. You got good ass whoopings, you got bad ones. Good ones make you go to sleep. She didn't acknowledge it properly. You ever understand something? Have you guys, and that's the thing, and I'm looking at stuff, and it's like now the generation now, they can't accept a good ass whooping. A good ass whooping back in the days meant the fight was over, you win. You got me this time. You got me today, you win. And guess what? I'm coming back for your ass tomorrow. But you win. You got me? You win. You got that one? She didn't even say that one. She didn't, that wasn't even her delivery.
In the beginning, Jimmy, she took Jimmy. She had two press. She had two. Jimmy, they got her right after she got her ass tore off, and then she came back when she put her shorts on. She had a different one. Jimmy, she's just different. I really don't want to go here because I saw so much vitriol about her on social media. But in sport, I understand, y'all. I understand this now. I understand this. In sports, when you put, and Jimmy loves this up your alley. You like for people to talk stuff. But she can't come in that. That's what everybody keep telling me when I defend her. Hatter, she can't come in dead last, Hatter. She can't. So before I even go there, Jimmy, and I'm go, I'm gonna let you finish. Go finish.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, without saying the same thing over. I mean, my thing was, understand her interview. They interviewed her first on purpose to basically gassed her in her agony. They caught her in her agony.
So you're saying the press? So this same press that Naomi Osaka them don't want to talk to, okay, keep going, Jimmy. Keep going.
They went. Remember, when the guy on the field, there was a producer in his ear, and he's telling them, "Let's get."
Lewis Johnson, yeah.
The producer was going to tell him, okay, let's get, after the race is over, they telling them who they want. Let's get her. That's rare. Nobody, the last place never gets interviewed. They went right to her, and she gave them, guess what she gave the network? She gave the network about maybe $6 million worth of free publicity, because they had to show that clip on various social media platforms. That peacock is right there on the doggone microphone. So it worked. That producer gets a pat on the back. Way to go. It's unfortunate she fell right into the trap. She means Sha'Carri.
Because guess what? The second video I'm telling you about is not shown as much as the first one.
Exactly. See, here's the thing, Heather. When she said she had taken a month off, here's my thing on that. No, first of all, nobody's feeling sorry for you, Sha'Carri. That's how it goes. Now, because you ain't won. People felt sorry for Naomi. See, Sha'Carri had won in the U.S. soil in the U.S. Olympic trials. She was the red ant in our ant bed. Last time I checked, USA went to the Olympics and Jamaica finished 1, 2, 3. So our red ant in that ant bed still wasn't bigger than the red ant in Jamaica's ant bed. So the thing was with her, she said she took a month off. That ain't our fault. That ain't Jamaica's fault. Who the hell told you to take a month off when you knew you were going to run in this race? You knew it. So why the hell were you not in shape or up to par, up to speed?
Okay, I like that. And first of all, I want to start here. This is my thing about it. First of all, I want to shout out to Elaine Thompson Herrera, the winner of the race, right? You know, we talking about all this other stuff. She is the fastest woman in the world, 29-year-old, improved her personal best. Only Florence Griffin has run faster than her. Then we have Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, who got second, and Shericka Jackson, who got third. Okay, let's talk about them. Let's because a lot of people don't even remember that because of this. But reason I didn't want to talk about her today because I don't want to give all this attention to the last place person. That's just me. That's just how I feel. And I want to know, ladies and gentlemen, y'all help me. What does she mean by I'm that girl? Somebody help me with that one. I'm just throwing some stuff out there. What have she won? Because she got disqualified at the Olympic trial. Tell me what if she won? And we're doing all this talk. This is why I didn't want to talk about it, right? So people got on Roland Martin because he said, girl, you got your tail whooped. Okay? And I'm just sharing something with y'all. Are you using this opportunity to bring black women down? They start. I heard a lot of that on y'all. I'm just telling you, Jimmy. Can you really keep a real black woman down? Can it keep a real black? No. So it was to me. It was like she was and maybe y'all give it. I'm just getting comments and I'm watching. It was like she was this what y'all like? Some of the people, not y'all on the Facebook with. The representation of what you see every day, the hood, the tattoos, the lace fronts, the long nails, the long eyelashes. Does she represent the everyday black woman? I'm just asking questions. Just asking questions. Okay? But you can be like that. You can have all of that. You can have the long nails. You can have the hood in you. You can have the tattoos. You can have the lace fronts. You can have it. But you still can be professional. I remember Allen Iverson dressed like the guy from the streets. But the difference, Jimmy, he was humble. And he won. Allen Iverson had this system, Jimmy, against him. Supposedly. Sha'Carri, to me, y'all, is messing this thing up on her own. Let's get us, just follow me here. She's a great athlete, but because of all the controversy, Jimmy, like I didn't want to talk about this today, I told y'all, and people bigging her up, y'all sent a clear message out to the girl. Oh, you can smoke weed. We got your back. And then go out and get your butt kicked out of the Olympics. I'm just giving you some things that just to look at, y'all. No, she messed up. I can see Jimmy Hicks if she was 4th or 5th. But she came in dead last. Jimmy, hold up. Somebody sent me this. And y'all, this ain't funny. Somebody sent me this.
Really go the way driving me crazy. I need somebody to hear, somebody to know.
This the kind of stuff, y'all. Let me tell y'all something, Jimmy. What I do know, greats don't finish. Greats don't come in at dead last. Not dead last. We have to support our female athletes. Listen to me.
She talks shit, man. Against she wrote a check.
I know, but Jimmy, but hold up.
And a lot of people don't realize, man. You got to understand something, man. She said that she was gonna whoop these girls. Do you realize that Jimmy? Girl from Jamaica, that girl Elaine she did something that nobody in history has done. Mm-hmm. She won a double, Hatter. Yeah, she won the 100 and the 200 in the Olympics twice.
Jimmy.
The 100 and the 200. No woman has ever did that. And she's in her 20s. Just
29?
Just like young Sha'Carri is.
Yeah.
So,
but Jimmy, what I was trying to, Jimmy, you remember in the beginning of my soliloquy, guess what I said? Let's talk about that. She a black woman too. She just from Jamaica. See, y'all, we get this USA stuff on our chest. But that woman black too. All 3 of them, wait a minute. All 8 of them ones got in front of them. So it's not that we don't support black females. Jimmy, newsflash, all track stars on the women's side are black. All of the fastest women since the beginning of time has been black women, Jimmy. Usually the one coming dash last is the white lady. So how are we down at black women? Y'all do me a favor. Y'all let's start keeping it 100 with her and keep her ass away from them cameras, Jimmy, and get to work. She need to get to work. If you want to be one of the greats now, don't crown her, ladies and gentlemen, as the next Flojo. Let's not do that. That's all. I just wanted to give y'all, I'm not going to bash her. She's a talented young girl. But she ran a 4.6 something in the trials, and then come back and run 11.14. Jimmy, hold up. Let me make, hold up. I got a parody from you. Check this out, Jimmy.
Race? I'm not done. You know what
Sha'Carri, what do you have to say about the race?
Well, that was only one race. I'm not done. You know what I'm capable of. So you can count me out all you want. You can talk all the shit that you want. But I'm not done. I'm here to stay. I'm the 6th fastest woman in this game ever. And can nobody take that from me? Because I'm not done. And that's on period. Watch out, you know. Wait, y'all.
Hey, hold on, y'all. Jimmy, this is what I like about the Jamaicans. Jimmy, hold up, I love them. Let me talk about them girls now. Hold on, hold on. Look what they did when they stuck a camera in these girls. Hold on, let me show to people who probably ain't seen it, Jimmy. Let me just show the race. Hold on.
Women's 100. And a good start for Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. Thompson, hurrah! Richardson being left behind and out in front. The Olympic champion does it again.
So I had to show the race, Jimmy, because somebody might have been under a rock but check Elaine Thompson, the one who won the race. Check her comments out.
Sha'Carri Richardson, I don't know if you know, she placed 9th. She came out and said something that she was ready. She got some rest and she was coming for you ladies.
I wasn't paying the mind, but no comment about that.
Okay. Congratulations again,
Thank
Elaine.
you.
And what's your next step?
She didn't let her bait him into it, Jimmy.
And guess what? By her answer and the way her posture, when she said that, that same question was probably asked by in her inner circle. What do you think Elaine said?
Tore her ass up. That's what she said. Hold on.
What do you think Elaine said when she got back there?
I tore her ass up. Hold on, Jimmy. No, Jimmy. Hold up. Then my other girl, Shelly-Ann Fraser, 2nd place. Watch her.
It feels good. As I said, every time you step to the line to compete, and the ladies are showing up, you just have to be ready. And I'm glad to be a part of a race that pushes me to make sure that I execute and do what I know I can do.
No letdown after the Olympics?
No, not right now. I still have a couple minutes to go, so it's still time to put it together and still have a solid race.
Yeah. How did it work for you? I mean, did the race go as you expected?
No. If you're going out there, you're expecting to be the winner. But, it didn't go according to how I wanted it. But nevertheless, I think I had a good race.
Yeah.
Still things that I need to work on. So you take that lesson and you move on and work on that.
Were you surprised that Sha'Carri was so far back?
I wasn't watching Sha'Carri, to be honest.
She didn't have eyes on the back of her head.
Well, obviously not.
Jamaica 1, 2, 3. Should we have expected anything differently?
Jimmy, you like Shane? Jimmy, I ain't got no eyes in the back of my head. How the hell I know where Sha'Carri is? Don't be asking me that ignorant ass question.
And you can tell, understand, that was a collaborated effort. They probably huddled up. Look, they PR team got them. Look, don't even fight feeding that.
And Jimmy, maybe these are more mature women. Jimmy, they've been there before, Jimmy. Now,
but guess what though? Guess what? It's a gamble that just didn't pay off yet. Now the thing is, that Sha'Carri has on her side. She has time on her side.
Yes.
So she's what, 21 years old?
Yeah.
So she has time on her side.
Yes.
And guess what? The thing is now, no matter what Sha'Carri does, she's going to win some races upcoming.
Jimmy,
but
they got
no
two
matter
meets.
what
Jimmy,
she does,
Jimmy,
here's the thing.
They got 2 big meets coming up.
Until and unless she wins Jamaica, while their big 3 is on the field, any of those their big 3 is in the lanes on the side of her, then it doesn't matter. See, that's what happens now. She's boxed herself into a short corner. That's the problem. So that means, guess what? Sha'Carri can come out there and win. She can come back and race next week and come in first on American soil against Americans. Guess what? We ain't worried about you beating Americans. That wasn't the issue. You got to go. You said she did.
What'd she say, Jim?
She ain't done. She the one. She coming for him. Don't count her out. And
What
guess
she
what?
mean by I'm that girl? I'm that girl. What the hell does that mean?
I mean, understand something, man. You understand where she's from and the road that she's traveled. That's the smack talking has worked. It's worked for her.
Okay.
She ain't just started talking smack. She was talking smack at LSU. She was talking smack when she won the state championships in Texas.
Jimmy, I ain't mean to interrupt you.
Suffolk Cliff High School.
But Shelly ain't Fraser on this one right here. Hey, her. That's for her. That's for her. Hey, I see her on the track. I ain't never seen her like this when she got glammed up. She kind of decent. Hey, I had to put that one up there, her. My bad. But keep going, Jimmy. I'm sorry. Herb, you struck a nerve in me there, man. I had to put that one up. But I'm proud of him, man. I'm proud of him.
I mean, guess what? Understand something. That ain't the first time we've seen a person talk shit and get it handed to them. That ain't the first time that's happened. So that's all I'm saying. So when it happens,
like
that's the natural response
Jimmy.
to that person is the same. People laugh when Debo got knocked out on Friday. What did you do in the movie theater?
Clap.
Exactly. It ain't just started. This ain't just started.
What you think about this, man? This was somebody sent me talking about. This was Nike after that race. This was Nike did to Sha'Carri, because it's up there in Oregon. This is what Nike did to Sha'Carri, man. I mean, these people are cruel, man. Watch this.
That's it, bro. Y'all wildin' now. Y'all wildin', bro. You wildin'.
They tell me Nike took the girl's gear back, man. Come on, man. Man, these people are cool. That's why I didn't want to talk about this today. Y'all, but because
okay.
Huh?
Hold on, Howard. Let me address it something and I mentioned about Debo and Friday. Okay. I just started there. Yes, that's a movie.
Yeah.
That's a movie. That's a fictional character.
Yeah.
But there's been people in real life. Do you not remember Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco? Remember the shit he talked when he came back? Remember that? You don't remember Ocho Cinco talking about what he was going to do? You remember Terrell Owens?
But yeah. But Jimmy, these are team sports. Give me an individual sport. Just give me one. That'll help a little bit. Team sports.
The individual sport, but a person that talked smack and got and talked smack and got and they fell short. Venus and Serena at different times was that smack talker back in the day. And guess what? They were, but the thing is, as I said before, they had already won. She ain't won nothing outside of Olympic trials.
Jimmy, I'm listening to the young stuff, the young. But she got professionals around her somewhere, hopefully. Hopefully she got a team.
Well, yeah, that's gonna. Yeah, I mean, if she don't, guess what? She gonna have one
young.
now.
We keep talking about being young and being young and being young and being young.
Yeah,
Conor McGregor talked that stuff, got his ass. Yes, sir. He got.
No, Mike Tyson did it too with Vander Holyfield. Remember Mike Tyson and Vander Holyfield? What did you do when Mike Tyson got it? Understand? He got disqualified, but he got his ass whooped. He wasn't going to win that fight. Evander was whooping Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson talked shit on the second fight. What are you going to do to him? And what did you do when Mike Tyson lost that fight? You clapped. You cheered. You hoorah'd. You even hoorah'd more when you found out he had went broke. Now, how many times have you even clapped knowing that he done came back with a hell of a PR, hell of a marketing team, and now he's owning, he's getting high of his own supply, making money not the same type of, well, yeah, he's making the same type of money because he wasn't really, the stakes was lower back then. 40 million, I think, was his biggest purse. He gonna get 40 million if he lives to see another 10 years, easy selling it with them weed dispensaries.
But Jimmy, do you think she's done? I don't think she's done. I don't know her middle.
No, she's not done. That's unfair to say. That's very unfair to say. She's only 21. Time is on her side. That's what I said a while ago. So that's the issue.
And I'm cheering for her. I love her.
She hasn't owned that ass whooping, and we want to see people own the ass whooping. That's all. She didn't own it.
I mean,
That's
she
all.
owned it.
And like,
Jimmy, hold up. Jimmy, you didn't hear the second interview, did you? You just saw the first interview. So it's not fair to do it like that, man, and without coming with this one. I got to give you.
But at the end of the day, no excuses. Not at all. It's time to get back in the lab and do what it is that I need to do. Congratulations to the women that won. I love women. No matter what the flag is, no matter what brand you wear, I love successful women, and I hope that they continue to be just as successful as they're doing, and continue to thrive in their career. But I'm definitely going to thrive, and I'm definitely going to continue to show the world why I'm that girl.
Period. So she can't.
She said and acknowledged them in the second interview.
Yeah.
And once again, if you're paying attention to the posture, that was not sincere. That was not sincere. That was, she got through that.
Jimmy, I'm not a skin diver like you. You tend to feel that you know what people are feeling. You don't know. She's cocky like that. It could be sincere. She could be sincere about it. I mean, it didn't come across to you as sincere. But some other people might say, okay. She's brash. She's not well, I hope I just want to. No, she ain't that kind of girl, man.
She tried to get through that hurdle. She was saying it as fast as she could to say, like, now I said it. She just didn't say, now I said it. But that's the way it came out.
She talked fast. She talked fast in the first interview too, Jimmy. She talked fast. I think you're reading too much also. And guess what? It's okay. So you and Walter Yates think she's feeling, and I understand that. Y'all think that way. Believe you me, I understand y'all think that way.
But where does she understand? With understanding, where would she have got practice at giving props for getting her ass whooped from? This is the first time.
Well, so maybe if you just cooled off, because sometimes you get me right after the game, I might say something, but when I get in the dressing room, I might say something different. I've seen that a million times. But I'm not gonna read nothing into the little girl. I mean, thank you, Sha'Carri. I mean, man, I'm not gonna bash her. I just hope she's. I just hope she learned a valuable lesson from this, and a valuable lesson, and I just hope she get better. I really hope she get better. But it just, I think she's a brash young girl and unapologetic. Jimmy, I told you. You remember that? You remember that sign them people held up at those George Floyd's rally? Y'all the F with the wrong generation. It's a different generation, man. Different generation. That's all.
All right, and so we are. That's no track and field. Gave you 30 minutes of track and field on Sha'Carri. We rolled right through it, and so now we shift gears and go into some popular news for you guys. In case you hadn't heard, amateur sports sector. First is right here in Texas. A young man that's going to the 11th grade out of Fort Bend Bush High School. Tyler Smith is his name. Tyler Smith, on yesterday afternoon, he was at Rucker on Wood supporting his younger brother who played in the class of 2025 session, which we will talk about tomorrow. Just tune in. We mentioned earlier, we named 30 players from the class of 2024 that shined. And of course, that's not even to be mistaken for another list that Jeffrey Day is going to put up, and Doug Jones is going to put up a list as well, or names as well, in the VIP news on RCS.
That was just your list. That was just your list.
This was a list that I got from the coaches and myself.
Okay.
You see? And the scores table, which, the one-man band.
Okay.
So I put 30 names together, meaning that everybody had to go and circle their top players. Right? So every player that every one of them circled are named. Now I have checks by some of the names who got mentioned on more of the sheets than others. So I could tell who got the most thump. Now, me personally, when I talk, I might narrow that list down to about 10 of the most checks. There's probably 6 different ballots that I have.
I got a question.
From the different guys.
Is it on the VIP? When will it be posted? Doug's information.
Tomorrow, Doug's information should be posted. Let me look on that out of the day.
Okay.
And see if Doug had updated.
I'm just talking to helping the people out right now.
If he hadn't updated the VIP news today, then wait a minute. Let's see. Yeah, Doug is updated. I know doggone well. It's updated. You go to RCS Sports and click on and look on the VIP news. It is definitely updated. But he just put the champions from the 2024 and 2025 sessions. He lists those today. Now tomorrow, Doug will be putting out afterthoughts or recaps. We're going to put like 2 different ones, one on Tuesday and one on Wednesday. But on today, he acknowledged the team that won, which I forgot to do so in the 2024. We talked about it earlier. So it was 7 or 8 players on that team, and shout out to Pierce Barnio, Otis Carter, Aiden Lewis, Javarius Thompson, Carter Seeliger, Jackson Williams, R.J. Johnson, and Chris McDermott. Shout out to those guys won it all.
McDermott won it all over Miller.
Well, Miller, no, he beat Miller in the semifinals.
Oh, in the semis. Okay.
And he beat Zion in the championship.
Oh, okay.
Zion's team in the championship. And I also want to give a shout out. Then I just thought about I mentioned Chris Paul Camp earlier. Adam, remember, we're talking about next man up.
Okay.
We're gonna talk 2025 tomorrow.
Okay.
But there were 2 players from Houston that went to the Chris Paul camp. And of all those players that were there, of all the players that were in attendance, in the class of 2025, we had not 1, but 2 who made the top 10 from out of Houston. See,
Christian Begg and
no.
Oh, yeah.
Sebastian Williams Adams.
Who is that?
Sebastian is that kid that plays for Delilah on that JL3
that
grade
team you be bragging about all the time.
I told you, Sebastian is once again next man up 2025.
Oh, he like that. How tall is he?
About 6'7". No, about 6'7".
Oh, he's a big one. Okay. He's a big one.
But he's slender. He's slender.
All of them slim.
And guess what? They have him groomed properly. Guess what school he's going to? He didn't bite for none of the other stuff. Guess where he's going?
Where he's going?
He's going to the home of Justice Winslow, St. John's.
Wow, he got another one? Jimmy, I remember you told that man he better be happy with the coach. Boy, you better be happy all this.
No, he's not there anymore.
Oh, he's not there?
Is no longer. Oh. Babers is at another private school.
Okay, I got you.
Babers is not there
anymore.
Who's
the coach at St. John Thomas now?
I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Now, no, I don't want to slight the other young man's name.
Give me the other guy.
Shelton Henderson. So we mentioned Sebastian Williams Adams.
Okay.
And the second young man is Shelton Henderson. They both made the top 10, right? For the class of 2025. We'll talk more about them tomorrow, but it's one of those names.
Okay, I like that.
Them props.
Okay.
And also, speaking of Houston, you mentioned earlier, that wasn't it.
What?
We had another young man. Remember, the class of 2024. Sha'Carri Richardson, right? That's the young man who started on varsity at Summer Creek last year. He transferred to Episcopal. He wasn't in action. So Sha'Carri is 2024 class, right? So does he go into some of you guys that were watching earlier? We're talking about next man up. We mentioned Robert Miller. Mm-hmm. We mentioned Chris McDermott. Mm-hmm. Does Sha'Carri? Remember, he made the top 20 of the Chris Paul CP3 camp. So if anybody that was at that camp that was evaluating, to them, Jaquil is the best thing smoking out of Houston.
Okay.
So the thing is, how this thing work? I don't care what you feel about Jaquil versus Robert Miller or Chris McDermott. They got to be a three-headed monster now. That's next man up. You got to include them in it. It got to, guess what? Jaquil, Robert
because
Miller.
he went out of town and kicked butt in this tournament.
Yes. That camp is proven ground.
Yeah, it is.
It's proven ground.
You got to be up. Yeah, you're right.
So if a guy goes there and make
good.
the top 10
you're right.
or the top 20,
I got
you can't go and promote the next guy out of the city without giving props to him. You got to include him as well. This is how the proper marketing is supposed to go. But we don't, we so stuck in our own ways. And then people get mad at the end of the day, man, Houston, they can't get along. Well, guess what? It's simple. I'm giving a simple, a democratic solution that can help many at the same time. Otherwise, you're going to take your guy, or Alfio, you're going to promote PJ Haggerty, and the next guy going to promote Bryce Griggs, and then guess what? At the end of the day, somebody going to be salty because they're not getting the same accolades.
So why didn't we do that then? So you turning on, you figuring out you're gonna start this thing different. This thing, we got to get smarter. We can't keep doing the same old thing and expect different results. So this particularly, so y'all listen, and Jimmy, because I know some people gonna get on this show, leave this show, and some people gonna look at, well, why did you do it? Guess what? We've made mistakes in the past. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we got an opportunity to promote these guys. Jimmy, thank God that you tell him, and I want to make sure I get those three names. So I will be consistent. When people call me, I'm gonna mention these three names. So I mean, hey y'all, I think it's a great thing. And some people might say, well, my kids left out.
It's not. See, it's the whole thing.
Okay.
You know what? Okay. You know what? A week ago, Houston Independent School District had they had an inaugural Hall of Fame, a Wall of Fame induction ceremony. It was the first crop of inductees, and a lot of people did not make the list for that first induction ceremony. So when people that didn't make the list, Mike Singletary was one, and some other coaches and whatnot that played, and other players from the league from HISD.
Yeah.
Well, it's the first one. Everybody can't make it on the first cut.
Okay.
Everybody ain't gonna make it on the first one.
Okay.
So that means just be patient, understand the process. You keep pushing. I'm telling you what will work. I'm not telling you what might work.
Gotcha.
I'm telling you this will work.
Gotcha.
If you're pushing them in twos,
gotcha.
No more than three.
Gotcha. Okay.
And collectively, but it has to be a conspired effort to say, okay, who's our three? Okay. Who's our big three? We pushing these together. That way, you know what that means? When you get a phone call, Hatter, you pushing these three names right here.
Right.
I get a phone call, I'm pushing these three names right here.
Right.
Next guy get a phone call, Teddy Wheeler, you watching, you get a phone call, these three names right here.
Right.
Alfio, you get a phone call. John Ure, you get a phone call, you're pushing these three names right here.
If they ain't on John Ure's team, John Ure ain't going to play.
You see, okay.
He ain't going to play fair.
Understand something. That becomes a problem.
Okay.
I'm telling you what will work.
Gotcha.
I'm guaranteeing you this will work.
But guess what, Jimmy? What guys like John Hewitt said, well, I ain't none of my kids in there. I see, me and you don't care. But ain't there one of my kids. I can't tell these parents that I didn't did this. So, but John, you got to take one for the team this time, Jimmy. Jimmy, you made me think about something. I love that because it's a lot of people when I you know how you just go through life. Teddy said he listening. You go through life and you just never know when you're making history. You don't know it's history. Jimmy, when I went, You know, I've been to the Hall of Fame 3 times. But when I went this time, I experienced it different. Jimmy, it ain't but 356 men in that place. What you say you got to be persistent? Drew Pearson been crying for years. They ain't let me in. 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 But Jimmy, ain't but 356 men ever lived in a world is in that bust. Got a bust in that building. So what Jimmy is saying, I'm telling you right now what will work. When everybody call nationally, let's push these 3 guys. Hold up. If you don't believe him, let's do it and see.
That's all you got to do. And understand something. And it's like Herb Baker saying he's not on the Robert Williams wagon. But if we're pushing a ticket, understand something. It's like this. There were some people that were down with Kamala Harris, but didn't really like the president.
Yeah.
But know what they did? They said, the hell with it. I'm going to go on and vote for this ticket.
Yes.
You see, I'm going to vote for this ticket for the betterment. You don't understand. If we agree collectively, those, I'm just giving it those 3. I'm telling you, 2024 in Houston. That don't mean nobody else is ready. Right now, we can get some more in. Let's get them 3 in right now. One of them is already in the door. Yes. Zion. So really, you're pushing this 3s.
Jimmy, this is a part of the politics. Yes. That now you become a part of the politics. Yes, this is a form of politics, Jimmy. Because guess what? We forming, and like Herb, I can't wait. Herb, let me tell you something. I got to see the player from now on. Because Herb, you didn't like Davion Mitchell. And I loved him. He was the darling of the every person in the NBA calling me, talking about, Robert, he's the real deal. But guess what? We just look at things different. It's okay. I'm glad you having that opinion about Robert Miller. It's okay. It's all right. Robert Miller, I hope you're watching. Robert Miller, I hope you're watching. But Jimmy, I love that idea. That's never happened before. I've never heard of this before, especially on this show. But I think that's a great idea. I think it's a great idea. I mean, gosh. And then we understand how much power we have to move our kids. Jimmy didn't say everybody else out. You said, let's get them through the door first, Hatter.
First. Hatter, guys, listen.
Come on, I know what you're talking about.
Have you ever went somewhere and let's say you went to an event and it's sold out, but you gotta hook up, you gotta plug at the door. You gotta plug in VIP. He telling you, man, come on to the back. I got you. Let me know when you're parking, and I'm gonna tell you what to do. Right?
Yeah.
But you don't tell him. Remember, do you roll up with a posse? Or do you roll up by yourself? Or at the most case scenario, you got one person with you, a plus one.
That's best.
You don't roll up with a damn posse.
That's right.
Trying to get in the door.
That's right. Exactly.
You got to call your guy, and if you got somebody with you, then you gonna know what you gonna do. You got to let him know. Hey man, I got a plus one with me. Is it cool?
Yeah.
Then he gonna let you know. He gonna let you know I can't get but one in. Oh yeah, just let me get you in, and then we'll come back and get him in first. It's a tight ship. I can walk you on in with me. I only can walk one person in with me. We'll walk you in by one guard, and then I'll go back and get the other and take a cigarette break and walk the other one back in. You walk me on in through the other guard. That way now nobody has seen, and y'all get in now. Ain't no seats for you, but I got you in. This is similar. I'm telling you what will work. You always wondering, looking over at how did DFW getting it? Guess what? I'm telling you what will work for Houston. If we're selling a ticket, it don't have to be 3. It could be 2. It could be, but for God's sake, unless that one is just leap years ahead of the rest, and if you're getting them in at an early age, I'm talking about 9th grade, going into the 9th grade, it's hardly it's hard to find somebody that's going to be that far ahead. They come, but it's going to be hard at that young age. You know why? Because everybody's bodies are similar. Unless we have a man child coming out of the 8th grade that's been doing it. Yes. Then guess what? If he's a man child, then they're going to already know about him. So now we still got to sell a ticket of the next man up. I'm telling you guys, this is where it starts.
Okay.
So that means all these conversations that you guys are having, instead of spending time eating up each other, instead of stealing the thunder of everybody's opportunity, just go on and add the ticket. Hey man, we got this. Guess what? All of them top 25.
Right.
All of them need to be on your list.
Right.
This. And then that guy gonna probably say, man, I only can take one. I only can take two.
Right.
I can't take. But guess what? We got two in.
Yeah.
We only gonna get one in before.
Right.
Think about it. It's like negotiating.
Right.
We're asking for $1 million. We really was gonna sell 500,000. We asking for $1 million. They gonna offer 750.
Wow.
We could.
Wow.
And know what that means? That means now. Think about it. When the Houston Hoops blue chips, Clyde Jackson is watching, and he mentioned another one. You're right. We're gonna talk 2025s tomorrow, Clyde, because he just mentioned another name. Want to give props. The young fella, what's the young fella name? Alejandro Avilius.
Mm-hmm.
He went to Legacy this past season. He's transferred over to the PSAT. Guess what he did, Hatter? Mm-hmm. He's in the class of 2024. I'm sorry, 2025. 2025. We talking about that tomorrow.
Okay.
2025. Remember I said loaded? Loaded? He made the Puerto Rican national team last week. The 16 and under.
Mm-hmm.
He's 14 years old, Hatter. Made the 16 and under Puerto Rican national team. He's about 6'9".
Oh, that's the big guy they got on the team. Yeah. I like him.
So understand something. We're loaded. We'll talk 2025s tomorrow. But the thing is now, like that team, when we talked about Wesley Yates and all them, okay, you got to bundle. It's called a bundle. Put the bundle together. Who goes with him?
Like on the Progressive commercial, the bundle?
Yeah,
okay.
The bundle. It's all about, and I'm telling you what will work. Because guess what? What do you have to lose?
Nothing.
The shit you've been doing already, how's that working out for you? How's that working out for you?
Mm-hmm.
Raining on, think about it. Listen, if we had bundled this thing properly,
okay,
Terrence Arsenault would have been in position to whereas he would have been top 40 in the country immediately after those heroics at the state championships in March. Mm-hmm. A lot of people in Dallas that understand something. We ain't asking Dallas to fight our Houston fight. We ain't asking them to fight our Houston fight. The thing was there was still doubt. Well, man, he didn't do this. Or man, is he gonna do this? But man, JR3 getting the ass whooped. Remember early on? Remember the chatter?
Yeah.
So you were shooting at Bryce Griggs, but the buckshots were hitting Terrence Arsenault. Mm-hmm. And we were telling you all the while, Bryce Griggs ain't playing for the same thing that those other guys are playing for. You wasn't hearing that stuff. Now you see what we meant by that. They're not playing for the same thing. So when people ain't playing for the same thing, that means you can use that as a teachable moment and learn and pay attention to the next guy. Pay attention to the next guy. Understand something. Dallas, there's going to be a Dallas kid that's going to sign with overtime. Mm-hmm. The money is too good now. Remember, I said it last week. Remember, I gave you guys the economics of it. If they needed to sign 14 more guys or 13 more guys as of 2 weeks ago, that means that to meet they have a time and a target deadlines in place. Get people moved in, get people signed, get people moved in, get people acclimated, start their program for the 3 teams and whatnot. Well, if you need to hurry up and get it done, then that means you're going to pay a little more. And that's what happens to a kid like Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith is from Bush High School. He's going to the 11th grade. The number went up. I just put it like that. They had been talking for months. Remember, I told you that, but I don't know if I've told you guys. It was a few kids at Pango's camp.
Yes.
When we was at Pango's. The meetings, and that's when the meetings intensified and the talks it was starting before then, but the flames started to flicker at that point. But the number wasn't really right for Tyler Smith and his family. Well, guess what? The numbers are right now. They've added more. They put more logs on the fire. And included in the package, once again, will be a stipend for him to go to college. If and when he chose to do so. And this situation, a single parent mother, this game normally eats up the single parent mom. How do you know that? We've seen a lot of them. The single parent mom gets normally, understand, there's room for success, but they normally find themselves at some point being compromised. I'll put it like that. The single parent mom.
Can you elaborate? If you don't want to, it's okay.
I just leave the word like that. Many single parents mom will find themselves being compromised.
Okay. I just wanted to show that picture.
Yeah, that's
a long
Tyler
time
Smith.
ago, because I saw Tyler this weekend. Herb, you look like her. Y'all seem like y'all in reverse roles, Herb. Because Tyler was looking like over you like that this weekend. Because I said, hey, I was all the way across the room. Tyler walked in the door. I said, who in the hell is that? He had to duck up under there to come up under there. Herb, you don't have to duck to come up under there. Yeah, but that's a good one. I wanted to put that up there. I had to put that up there. Thank you, Herb, for that one. Thank you for that picture, Herb. Yeah, now keep going, Jimmy, about Tyler.
Yeah, and so Tyler Smith has signed with the Overtime League shortly after leaving Rucker on Wood yesterday.
Okay.
After he left Rucker on Wood, they went about 4:30. They had a meeting before, right? One of the people from Overtime flew in town, and they realized there was some action, and guess what? That means he will not be returning.
So he offer y'all list too. He offer y'all's watch now too.
He's once he leaves up out of here in September, and he's gone. Now my thing is, I would strongly encourage Tyler Smith to still come on out to Rucker on Wood this weekend, just get some run in, but not with your class. Run with the upperclassmen. With the 12th grade.
Tyler pro now, man. He can't be playing with them hams. He's a pro. He's a pro now, Jimbo.
No, I mean, understand something. So, okay, guess what?
He's a pro.
Guess what? If you have that same, it's basketball too, Hal.
But he's a pro. He can't play with these amateurs no more.
That's the same. Understand something. I'm going to give you the same ideology. And what did it work? Think about this. Isn't that some of the same stuff? Remember the pro-am, the no excuses pro-am league when they used to beg, James Harden, why don't you come on and play with these guys, man? You're gonna play over there in California league. Guess what? Know why? Huh? James Harden say he didn't say it to them, but his actions showed and the words see back. Guess what? It wasn't his type of pros there. It wasn't compatibility there.
No,
so he wasn't going.
James
so guess what?
No. The James didn't say that, Jim. He didn't say that.
I didn't say he didn't. I didn't say he said
he
it.
wants to play.
I
He
said
just
his
never be
actions showed.
here.
His actions showed that's what it was. Because pros that was active pros that were top shelf pros would just a decade ago.
It used to be sexy. We just got to get it back to being sexy.
I'm saying though. So in order to make that sexy again, that means it would take some active superstar.
But let me help you right now, so we don't have to go with that parallel. Nishan said he would, but per his contract, he can't participate in stuff like that.
Okay.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.
Well, guess what? Tyler Smith.
He can come out there and support y'all.
He can come and coach a team.
Yes. He's a pro now.
He can coach a team with his peers.
Yes.
Coach a team.
Yeah.
Volunteer to coach a team.
Yeah. He can come do that. He
can coach a team. And you know what happens now? What happens now is, remember, the overtime league is the fundamental component of it is social media. Of course, basketball, but besides basketball, social media. Tyler Smith now is no longer the competition. This for Tyler Smith to come out to Rucker on Wood would give him an opportunity to basically say his goodbyes.
Yeah.
To a collection of guys who he played with and against from various grassroots teams in high schools or middle schools throughout his amateur career. This is a way for him to say goodbye and watch how the guys, I'm willing to bet my right pocket that the ever love he didn't receive, he will receive that love from those guys. Because now he becomes the idol or the envy of those young guys as his peers just a week ago.
And Jimmy, because of the makeup of this league that nobody knows how it's going to be, guess what? He gains more fans, gains more it's just a great thing. He should be there shaking hands and and holding the babies and kissing the babies like a politician.
And everybody got their cameras out.
Yes,
that means somebody's filming him while he's coaching the team. Yes. That means now they're doing the IG thing. And see, that means there's an opportunity for him to strengthen his social media platform. Oh, I'm sorry. The word is his brand.
Hey.
And that doesn't stop with Tyler Smith, because for me to say for Tyler Smith, that means ditto for Bryce Griggs.
Of course.
Bryce Griggs.
I think Bryce already down there, Jimmy.
He is.
So you mean he got to fly back just for that?
He might be flying back. He ain't packed all this stuff in at one time. He got to come back and get some stuff. He want to come home and see Mom and see Trish. He got to come hang. Guess what? It's hard to miss Waterburger.
Think about, hold up, Jimmy.
He want to get him a burger.
Hold up. We had Junior was in there yesterday.
Junior Lofton was in the building yesterday.
Yes,
and
sir.
because he's a current student athlete at college, that's why I did not let him coach a team, because that would be like a recruiting tool. That would, so you can't. So that's the reason. Otherwise, if Junior was done, Junior would have been coaching one of the teams.
Let me tell you something. Junior loved basketball so much. If it wasn't against the rule, he would have bust one of them little boys. He wanted to play. He had his gear on.
He wanted to play.
Yeah,
he was itching to play.
He wanted to play. Yeah.
And you know what Junior should have did? Junior should have wore his gold medal. You got to do that.
Oh,
them kids probably
Mama
forgot.
probably got that thing. Mama probably got that.
No, but you got to wear, when you come around an abundance of kids like that.
That would have been good.
You got to wear that gold medal.
Yeah.
For the near future.
You know
I'm telling you about marketing.
Let me tell
you're marketing yourself, because now you're in a different. Remember this: the name, image, likeness opportunities are still there for a kid like Kenneth Lofton Jr.
Of course it is.
And they're going to, and guess what? They're going to thrive on a few of them. But no matter what, you never know. You never know who's in that building.
Jimmy, I'm just sitting up here thinking about it, and I'm overjoyed. And especially me. I sit up there, the two young kids that I had an affinity for, Tyler and Bryce Griggs. Both of those guys chose. When I started, long time ago, I never thought this would be. But I am just so proud of these young guys. They're carving their own path out and saying, okay, let's go make history. Why? Hey, what Russell Westbrook said? Why not? Why not? Let's go make history. Now, guess what? Bryce got a guy down there he's familiar with. Tyler got a guy down there he's familiar with. And man, that's sometimes that's half the battle, man, when you in these coasts. Guess what, y'all? And when you in these environments, these gonna be pro environments. This not gonna be no Sunday school walk in the park. These gonna be professional environments. And guess what? Sometimes things might not go the way it was planned. So it's good to have a dude. Hey, man, I got your back. Hey, okay, I got your back down there. So shout out to those young men, man. Proud of both of those guys. Fort Bend County, stand up. Fort Bend County, stand up. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to those guys and their families. Man, I'm so proud of them. What else you got, Jimmy?
And also, as we give a shout, of course, to I think to the Texas, thinking from Wiley, Texas, the Little League.
What happened?
Baseball team.
They winning?
They just won again, of course, and I think they're 2-0. No. They're 1-0. They're winning right now, 2-0.
Okay.
The game is in progress right now, and that's the team that has the young lady, the girls on that team. No, the girl that got 2 hits the other night. She's on that team. So so that team is fun. They're kicking butt right now. That team from Texas, they're already 1-0, and they're playing their second pool game right now. First inning, they're up 2-love already. So shout out to the Texas team. I'm going to get ready to go, and it's almost that time for us to go and land this plane. And remember, I told you we're getting in shape.
Hey, Jimmy, I'm gonna leave him alone because I know he's trying to mess with me. But guess what? Look at it. See, look at it. When they could not get Keontae Carson and Ontario and AB, that signal they were going. Man, he couldn't help it. I love it. Paul, I like it. It's okay. Paul, read my lips, Paul. I'm smiling. That's good. That's all right. That's all right. But guess what? I love, like I'm going to say again, shout out to those 2 young men. Shout out to their moms. Shout out to, the stuff that, Jimmy, what you said, the single moms have to go through in this business with all of these clowns. Man, I pray for y'all every day. Because I know what's going on in this business. But, man, shout out to them 2, boy. I can't. Jimmy, you talking about I'm going to watch? Jimmy, you talking about, I know you're going to watch. Now I'm really going. I got double. Yes, I will be watching overtime. I ain't never watched overtime in my life. But, of course, I will. I know you was messing with me, Paul. That's why I said it. I can't wait. Now I can't wait. Now, listen to me. I'm doubly, I was just excited, but I'm doubly excited about overtime. And hey, let's make it happen. What else you got, Jimmy? Get us out of here, man.
No, that's it, man. It's time to yabba dabba do this thing. We're gonna slide down Dino's back first.
Hold up, Jimmy, before you slide down. Miss Marquessa, Miss Charles with Avis Rental Car. Guess she in Jamaica chilling right now watching the Chop Shop. People in Jamaica watching the Chop Shop, y'all. Unbelievable. Right. But come on, Jimmy, get us out of here.
I ain't gonna even say that. I know.
Shut up. Jamaica don't right say that crazy. Oh, wait a minute. The Jamaican girl. Stop it.
I guess you said nothing about Sha'Carri. That means her rum has 10.54% alcohol in it, huh?
The rum over there?
No, the one she drinking has 10.54% alcohol in it. That's, remember, 10.54. That's what Elaine ran. Ain't that what she ran yesterday?
Man, that's low down, man. You know what? You worse than people on Twitter. Get us out of here, man. Before you finish talking.
Yeah, man. It's that time, guys. Make sure you share the show on your way out the door. I know many of you guys haven't done so already, but it was a great convo. You missed, if you just tuned in, we talked about Rucker on Wood. We listed the names of 30 10th graders who caught the attention of the volunteer coaches from Panola, from Lee Junior College, from University of St. Thomas. There are players who were there volunteering as well as the score table, one-man band, Marco, and myself. This doesn't include Doug Jones, Thoughts and Opinions, or Jeffrey Days. They will have lists and reports coming out in the next 24 hours. So that means, once again, plenty of ink. Adam, you heard me tell the people, you're going to get lots of ink at this thing. Rock on Wood was an open gym. It is an open gym. Invites are going out right now for the class of 2023 and the class of 2022. I got a message from the father of Wesley Yates. Wesley Yates' father says that Wesley Yates is intending on participating this Sunday. Expect him in the building. So guess what? If Wesley Yates can come,
everybody should come.
I don't have no excuse. It's understand something. This basketball, once again, it's basketball. It's basketball.
All you know is come and hoop. You got to hoop anyway.
It's basketball. So that's the thing. Some of you guys must like for some of these young boys to play open gym with inferior talent every damn day. Whereas somebody touch them, they call foul, give me the ball, and they get everything their way. Nobody's gonna guard you like you need to be guarded, right?
Jimmy, hold up. I kept telling people I love the rule. So all the guys are coming next week. Listen, y'all, because Jimmy had to tell y'all 1,000 damn times. You can't just bring the ball up and pull up and go cross half court and pull up and shoot a three or take it to the hole. You got to pass the ball, man, one time when you get it across half court. And Jimmy, there's a lot of turnovers I saw the other day. A lot of turnovers. They just bring it up, especially in the guards. They just bring it up and gonna pull that thing. So next week, let's hope we get better. So parents, let's ingrain it into the kid's head. When you get across half court at Ruck on the Wood, you got to make one pass and cut. Well, you got
to make one pass. That's all right. You got to make one pass.
Good one.
You understand? That's the thing. And we talk more about Ruck on Wood on tomorrow. A lot of people realize Ruck on Wood, it's really, really. But they said for your buck, pound for pound, that's about as good as they're gonna get.
Oh yeah.
As far as a non-live, situation. Not when you're talking about with a team in an individual setting. For pound, meaning that for your buck, it don't get no better than $25. You got police officers, you got medical trainers there, staff on premises, you got college coaches volunteering.
$25 for who? Who got to pay that?
It's $25 for the players.
The players.
Only $10 for the spectators.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
And the high school coaches, if you're active member of HAPCA, Houston Area Basketball Coaches Association, you get in for only $5.
Yes.
Once again. But anyway, we'll talk more on the Ruck on Wood tomorrow. But anyway, thanks everybody for tuning to the Chop Shop. We want you guys to share the show. Once again, it's time to get up out of here. It's a good show today.
And Jimmy, tell them to like, because when you like it on YouTube a lot, if you like it on YouTube, it just blow the algorithms out the way. So always like it. Yes. Like the show. Yes.
Give us a like on the YouTube right now. We see you guys over there. Meanwhile, I'm about to go and catch some more of the Little League baseball game. Of course, Texas is winning and 2-0, and they're in the bottom of the first inning right now. Anyway, for Robert Hatter, this is Jim Hicks, guys. We up out of here. See you on tomorrow. Share that show on your way out the door. Peace. Chop shop.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop.